The finale of The Art of Sarah isn't about proving who committed the murder, it's about proving who exists. From the very first scene, inside that interrogation room, the show flips the case upside down and forces us to question whether justice even works when identity itself becomes unstable. Sarah walks in and detonates the truth, or at least a version of it. And from there, everything becomes a psychological chess match. Sarah identifies herself as Kim Mi-jun. She says she impersonated Sarah Kim, disfigured her, left her for dead, and took her life to assume her identity. No hesitation, no remorse. She even accepts punishment. But this isn't guilt, it's strategy. If Sarah Kim is legally dead, then Boudoir's fraud case collapses. Jurisdiction falls apart, the investigation loses its anchor, and suddenly the question isn't did she kill, it's who is she. That's the genius of her move. She realizes that if the state cannot prove whether she is the victim or the killer, then she controls the narrative. If Kim Mi-jun is declared the murderer, she goes to prison, but secures Boudoir's survival. If she is Sarah Kim, she walks free. Either way, she wins. Detective Park Moo-gyeon understands that he's not fighting a suspect, he's fighting a performance. He refuses to let her confession stand unchallenged. Instead, he reconstructs the night of Boudoir's collection launch, the glamorous event that quietly became a battlefield. Everyone who had a reason to hate Sarah was there. Jun Yeon-jin speaks with her early. Choi Cha-yu lies about coming alone. Moo-gyeon exposes that Choi's actions were driven not by business rivalry, but personal betrayal involving Kang Ji-hwan. Revenge, not profit, pushed her forward. Then comes the key revelation. Kim Mi-jun didn't show up as a victim, she arrived armed. The autopsy confirms she carried a weapon. The confrontation between the two women wasn't accidental, it was violent, relentless, and mutual. Blow after blow falls. But here is the part that matters most. Kim Mi-jun doesn't die immediately. Moo-gyeon reveals what truly seals the crime. Sarah hides the body with help, transporting it to some wall department store. But Kim Mi-jun regains consciousness. She crawls through the sewer system, following light, leaving fingerprints everywhere, desperate proof of her will to survive. And Sarah knows she is alive. That's the difference between manslaughter and calculated murder, not the stabbing, the abandonment. Sarah leaves her there to die. That's what turns the act into something cold and intentional. Just when Moo-gyeon believes he has her cornered, the hospital tissue sample disappears. The kidney donation records that could confirm her identity are gone. Someone intervened. Without DNA proof, the case fractures again. Sarah mocks him. She offers her own version of events. In her story, Kim Mi-jun planned everything, erased cameras, cleared workers, set the stage. She even proposed the identity exchange herself. During their struggle, Sarah claims she didn't intend to kill at first, but Kim Mi-jun's refusal to apologize pushed her past the edge. Then comes the line that defines the finale. Sarah Kim didn't know how to stop. In that moment, the show suggests something terrifying. Maybe both identities were violent, maybe both women were capable of destruction. Despite the identity chaos, a warrant is issued under the name Kim Mi-jun. She's arrested, tried, sentenced to 10 years. The court rules the murder was meticulously planned and that the victim was intentionally abandoned. The system chooses a name and moves forward. Moo-gyeon is commended publicly but quietly reassigned, suggesting that even winning this case comes with political consequences. When he visits her in prison, he delivers the final emotional blow. Sarah Kim was buried as Jane Doe, no family, no claim, no identity, and Boudoir survives. In a twisted way, Kim Mi-jun achieved everything she wanted. She erased the old Sarah, she protected the company, she rewrote the narrative. No one truly lost, or did they? The final question Moo-gyeon asks is painfully simple. Who are you? And she doesn't answer. Because that's the entire point of The Art of Sarah. This wasn't just a murder mystery, it was a story about ownership, of identity, of narrative, of legacy. Sarah weaponized perception. She understood that truth doesn't matter as much as what can be proven, and what can be remembered. Legally, Kim Mi-jun is in prison. Socially, Sarah Kim is dead. But psychologically, the line between them dissolved long before the stabbing. The finale suggests that identity is not something fixed, it's something performed, protected, and if necessary, stolen. Sarah didn't just kill a woman, she killed a version of herself she refused to be. The name that ends up behind bars might not even matter. What matters is that she dictated the outcome. The state needed a label, it chose one. But the audience is left with something far more unsettling. If a person can confess as one name and retract as another, if memory, paperwork, and perception can all be manipulated, then who decides who you are? And maybe that's the most dangerous art of all.